go. Hi guys, I'm Charlie, the co-founder and CEO of Prizgo, a social loyalty platform for online retailers. For years, online retailers have spent a fortune acquiring customers, but often neglected the ones they've already got. This approach is changing. Retailers are realizing that if they want to succeed, generating customer loyalty is more important than acquisition. And it's clear why. Loyal customers spend 67% more than new customers, they're more willing to try new products, and they refer their friends. But generating customer loyalty isn't easy. In fact, retailers list it as one of their top challenges. This is where Prizgo helps. Prizgo is designed to boost engagement and retention on e-commerce stores. Prizgo is different from other solutions. Unlike gamification providers and traditional loyalty networks, Prizgo is specifically designed for e-commerce stores. To get here, we talked with everyone who would listen. We had one question in mind. Just what is it that generates customer loyalty online? Our findings are clear. Customer loyalty is the result of one thing: great customer experience. Now, this is a good thing for smaller retailers, because if they get this right, they can compete against the Amazons of the world. What we also found is that retailers see loyalty as a way to boost customer activity on their site. Prizgo gives e-commerce stores the tools to achieve both of these. Here's how. Using Prizgo, e-commerce stores can boost any customer activity using rewards. For example, they can reward referrals, reviews, and purchases with things that their customers actually care about. So maybe their customers are into points, free shipping, or exclusive access. They choose what to do. So these sorts of rewards go some way to creating a great customer experience, but if businesses want long-term customer retention, they're going to need to understand their customers better. That's where our customer insights help. We show e-commerce stores who their most engaged customers are, who are their top advocates, and who's losing interest. We automatically segment these customers and make it really easy for the store to get in touch. Any e-commerce store can add Prizgo to their site in under a few hours. We're currently working with Purple Leaves, an e-commerce store that sells crowd-designed t-shirts. Let's take a look at how they're using Prizgo. You can see they've decided to offer their customers points for completing activities, things like voting on t-shirt designs, leaving comments, and uploading new designs. The customers are notified each time they earn points, and by clicking on the point total, can see all the other ways that the store is going to reward them. When they have enough points, they can redeem them for vouchers to spend on purchases in store. Purple Leaves have also included our referral plugin. This makes it really easy for their existing customers to refer their friends and both of them to get rewarded. This one feature alone boosts sales on average 7%. Second part of Prizgo is our business dashboard. This shows merchants exactly how the program is performing. At a glance, they can see the return on investment and impact on engagement. It's also where they get their customer insights, like who's the most engaged, who's losing interest, who are the top advocates and biggest spenders. In a couple of clicks, this is how they send the communication. There we go. Everything you saw on Purple Leaves was decided by them. They chose what to reward, how to reward it, and customize the look and feel. No other turnkey loyalty solution offers this level of flexibility. Prizgo is exactly 6 months and 1 day old today. In this time, we've completed our beta, installed it on Purple Leaves, been contacted by 2 e-commerce platforms to produce Prizgo for their 16,000 merchants, and built a great team, which includes Jan Bilominski, the co-founder of Payback, Europe's largest loyalty network. Got something we'd like to announce today? We're going to change our name. From today onwards, we're no longer going to be Prizgo. Goodbye. Instead, it's Loyalty Lion. Loyalty Lion. Boom. Thank you.
Why the name change?
It's a good name.
You're right. It's a good name. Do you think it's a good name? Better name? Yeah. Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Good job. Judges, Do people actually redeem points? What's been the feedback from users?
So
'Cause I know that I'm lazy.
So earn and burn, these kind of point redemption things, typical loyalty programs, they're pretty much dying. So what we encourage stores to offer different sorts of rewards. So that's how the platform's designed. Reward what you want, how you want, so how your customers care about it. So things like free shipping, yeah. Things that people can reward more instantaneously.
Judges.
So yeah, love the concept, and obviously, I guess your target is small, mid-sized e-commerce. Is that right?
Spot on. Yeah.
So I guess the question for these guys is data. The the advantage Amazon has is this sheer amount of data they gather.
Yeah.
For a small, mid-sized merchant, the problem is it takes you do an A/B test, you test out free shipping. It takes you 6 weeks to get enough data to have a sort of a workable result. And there's a lot of BS around, Mike. People sort of look a little uptick and from 10 results over the course of 2 days and think, oh, this works.
Yeah.
When it's just it's not actually significant. So how do you counter that? Do you something across merchants, or?
So just to kind of speak more broadly, customer loyalty is all about data. It's about understanding your customers better. Without that insight, you're never going to be able to tailor a product that they like. So specifically, your question, we can anonymize and aggregate data across all of our customers to see which kind of rewards, which kind of incentives, what sort of behavior actually would work best for them, so we can give them the advice and the best practice.
So I've seen a whole bunch of these recently, and you didn't actually touch on competition, so I'm wondering if you can just quickly highlight how you're different than organizations like CrowdTwist and a bunch of others that are doing exactly this.
No problem. So gamification providers like CrowdTwist, Badville, PunchTab, all of these guys, they do two things very differently to us. One of the main ones is most of them go after enterprise guys, big money. So I was speaking to the lead salesperson for Badville, the guys who kind of pioneered this industry the other day. He talks in the millions when he talks about contracts. Yeah, we don't. So there's a big difference, long tail. And in terms of CrowdTwist, you mentioned them specifically. They do a brilliant job of what they do, but we're focusing on retail. And retailers want their customers to come to their site, not because there's a widget there that grabs their attention and then they spend a little bit of time on it. They want the customers to come there and explore the site and buy a product. They don't want a badge to jump up in their face. So Prizgo is designed to complement their store. So you saw it on Purple Leaves. It's quite hard to work out where it starts and the site finishes, and that's our main USP.
Okay, so that sort of leads me to my part 2 question, which is, you talked about turnkey, but this doesn't feel turnkey at all. I mean, there's a massive integration challenge that you have in order to get it that seamless with the customer site. And the reason why those guys are talking about contracts in the millions is because it is that level of integration and it's expensive, right? So how do you plan on making this self-serve so you're not actually losing money in the install with the customer?
Yeah, really good question. So the way for us to reach these small and medium-sized shops is to go via e-commerce platforms. If we produce plugins, then it becomes a turnkey solution for these guys. Like I said, we're already talking with 2 e-commerce platforms and plans to target Shopify and Magento. Then it becomes more turnkey for these guys. But in addition to that, we want to take the mixed panel approach. So allow people to come to loyaltyline.com and download the code for themselves.
Nicole, you answered my 2 questions, so I have an additional one.
I read your mind, sorry.
Okay. So one more question about the dropout rates is usually very interesting, and most e-commerce platforms you don't have to be signed up anymore. So how do you address that, and is that something that your solution will help find out where the customer is dropping out?
So stores can track the customer activities that they want, but there are other products that do that better. So we shouldn't start to try and become like a business intelligence tool. We should focus on what we're doing, customer loyalty. So they can use Google Analytics and Mixpanel in particular really well to work that out.
And you should take it out of your pitch because that's what you mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right, big round of applause for Loyalty Lion.
Thanks, guys.